See somebody who's really bored with the status quo. You do not have to be a martyr for anybody. And what I see in these images, Aries, Michele B here. It's time for a reading about your money and your love prospects. Look at my hair with the breeze and everything. The truth is that here in Northwest Washington, we're having a little bit of a heat wave, and none of us have air conditioners, so we have to have tons of fans blowing. So I've got a fan blowing me. And so I'm like, woo! I'm not doing it intentionally. It's just so I can look fabulous, even though that is a side effect. Money and love. Let's go ahead and get started. Overarching theme. What we got here. The Chariot in reverse. It's feeling like it's time to go. There's some conflict about it, an internal conflict about the choices involved in it, but you're really feeling like it's time to get into your cardinal forward moving momentum and try new things. Aries is all about trying new things, starting new chapters. It's being spurred by some recent heartbreaks that have put you in a negative place, where it's like everything you see around you is just like, why am I going through these efforts? I want to live a life that's more meaningful, a life that's exciting, a life that I can be proud of. And when I looked at your love messages before I got started, I was like, oh, that's why. Because I get the sense that there's been a lot of challenges, maybe a while back, but maybe more recently, a lot of challenges in relationships that have left you feeling really disheartened. But it's put you in a negative attitude toward most aspects of your life right now. The only thing that you can see excitement in right now is starting new stuff. Starting new relationships, starting new jobs, moving to a completely different place. I don't have the world here regarding moving to a completely different place, but I do have the Death card in the love department. So we are talking about transitions into new stuff. So going into your money messages, I'm going to speak in detail about that for a little while. Essentially, I see somebody who's really bored with the status quo, really bored with how things have been going so far. So this is you showing up to work every day. This is you paying your bills, making sure everything, like you're being a responsible person, doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? But it's like, why? Why do I keep doing this? Everybody just keeps going around in the same cycles over and over and over and over again, doing the same old stuff, and then they, die. And you're like, I don't want to live like that. I want to be doing things that light me up. I want to be excited about life. So what does that mean? It means breaking out of self-imposed waiting periods. You were probably in some kind of waiting period while you were healing, possibly from a heartbreak, or healing from work setbacks, money setbacks in some place. But it's like, now it's time to transition. So we got the Page of Pentacles representing a desire to learn new skills, a desire to try new work, a desire to do new things, to bring your skills, your talents, what you're good at to the world. This is you holding up what you have to the world and saying, I'm not very good at it yet. I'm still learning how to do it right, but I want to try. Okay. So you want something more exciting to do with your time and energy. To have for a livelihood, something to have for a livelihood that lights you up inside, that makes you excited about life. And there you are with the Page of Cups, putting your heart into your work, being like, I'm ready to put my heart into what I'm doing. So we got those taken care of. Now we also have a couple of pretty heartbreaking cards, and I think it has something to do with you being responsible to other people, and you are very concerned about if you pull out of the livelihood that you've been working on so far, that it could, it could be detrimental to some people that are depending on you economically. You're afraid that you'll be the bad guy in some way if you pull out of or if you are not able to find a way to make your income reliable when you try new things. And so here's some little pieces of advice that I got from the cards regarding all of that. I'm hearing we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got the High Priestess, which is also a number 2 card, right? It's about being vulnerable enough to talk about what's important to you, to the people that depend on you, to the people that you care about, and saying, like, I think that I need some space to try some new things, and I need to feel less worried about whether or not it's going to put you in a bind. And I feel like these other people can possibly step up and help or find some way to make it easier for you. And you're being called to, with the High Priestess here, you're being called to tune into the inner knowing that you have in your body, that everything is safe. That just because you don't have an assured path forward to economic success doesn't mean that you won't be successful. So listen in to what your body tells you. And I feel like what your body's going to say is, I can't keep going forward the way that I am. It's worse for me economically to keep going forward the way that I am, being unhappy and putting a half-ass effort into it. Hello, train. It's worse for me economically being half-assed in my work than it is for me to take a risk on something new. Okay, train, you can come. Let's look at your love messages, all right? Follow your heart, follow your heart. What does your heart tell you? Your heart tells you to do something new. Yes, yes, yes. And communicate your needs to the people that love you. You do not have to be a martyr for anybody. Don't tolerate conditions that just aren't working for you just so that you can be a good guy, okay? Interestingly, love messages, Aries. Look at this, boom, boom, right? Why do I always have to be the one that's sacrificing everything? Why do I always have to be, it's like either I do everything for everyone or I'm the bad guy. And I see that represented here as well. It's like, how come it's always me that gets the shitty deal, right? How come it's always me that has to go without while I'm providing for everybody else? So that vibe is not good. Whether it's actually the case or not, right? Even if it is actually the case that you are being taken advantage of by others, are you allowing yourself to be taken advantage of? That does not make it okay. But you can stop. You can stop cycles that don't work for you very well anymore. Okay, so if you let me digress here a little bit to talk about this little backstory. You still hear the train going by? I'm very blessed with having a train friend right by my apartment. Look at these two. Check these guys out. This is the Six of Wands. This is the Death card. Okay, look at this dude holding a staff with a flower. Dude holding a staff with a wreath, right? On a horse, on a horse. You see this? See how these are lined up like this? They came out like this. And what I see in these images is someone who started out really excited about the relationship, the connection that they were getting into. They went through the whole cycle of a relationship, and this is how they feel at the end. It's like Mr. Skeletor, right? So here he was, proud and victorious, and by the end, it's like, what the hell was that even for? Okay, so I'm seeing you looking at the big picture of relationships, and also in the case of your job, your work, your livelihood, you're looking at the big picture of that and being like, why? Why do people even try? Okay, and so yeah, I'm seeing this barfy stuff, right? Yuck, 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 that kind of stuff happening, betrayal, heartbreak, things are unfair, somebody's gotten a better deal than you, and after the breakup, stagnation. It's like, poor Aries, having these feelings, and everyone experiences this, breakups that leave a bad taste in your mouth, you know? Romantic situations that start out really well and you invest into them, and then it all goes down the drain. So yeah, excuse me, got a hair tickling me in a weird place. That hurts. And perhaps Chariot came out both. Okay, perhaps getting a new start is exactly what you need to reset your vibration, because all you're seeing in the vibration that you're in right now, all you're seeing is negativity. All you're seeing is the hurt and the pain of the past. All you're seeing is the futility of life instead of the beautiful little minute details that make life worth living. And if you can adjust, get into yourself into a vibrational space where you can just be at ease and at peace and just feel contentment moment by moment, you can attract positive experiences that give you a reason to be positive. But you've got to shift your vibration somehow. And sometimes that means getting a new start. That's why so many people, when they suffer breakups or, major job losses, they end up just moving to a new place. They end up finding ways to restart their lives in a new way. That's a lot about what midlife crises are all about, no? They need a new start. They need a fresh break. So that's what the whole theme of this reading is all about. Aries getting a fresh start so that they can reset, boop, boop, their vibration to be more positive, to attract really good things. Now, if you're in a committed relationship right now and you're not suffering a breakup, it is really important for you to give yourself a fresh start, and it can happen. People do it all the time. The people in long-term committed relationships that are floundering and having a hard time, if they are both willing to step forward into new patterns, into new habits of being together, they can save that relationship. And the cards are here for that to happen. But a lot of it has to do with letting go of this unfair martyr vibration. The Nine of Wands is the martyr that's like, what's coming down now? What are you doing now? I'm just this beat up guy. What are you doing now? Okay? Release that vibration of self-pity, of scarcity, that there's not enough for you when it comes to love. Turn toward loving yourself, spending a lot more time and energy on taking really good care of yourself, taking really good care of your appearance, taking really good care of your value in the world, taking really good care of your emotional stability, which makes a huge difference in making decisions. And allow your partner to keep up with you. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. That's, you don't know until you get there. But I do have the Magician here as a final message. I had the Magician here reminding you that you can create your reality, whatever it is. You can create whatever it is that you want for going forward. Now it's your choice what you want to create. Do you want to create more of this? Or do you want to create this? Right? You want to create love and success and harmony and excitement. You can do that. All it is resetting your vibration to being positive, whatever it takes. Love ya. I'll see you later, Aries. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. There's a lot of noise coming through right now. In the description box below, you'll find a link to my Instagram page, so you can follow me over there, or you can follow the links to send me a tip so that you can show me how much you enjoy and appreciate these readings. And with that, I bid you adieu, Aries, and I will see you later.